Hey, PML, back at it again. Another PML podcast. Here I am, TCC. Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Get out of my room! I don't know who the fuck was this guy, but TCC Lynch is back at it again with another PML podcast. Oh man, it's great to be back, and happy Thanksgiving to our viewers in Indonesia and Japan. We know we got a great one coming. Hopefully no tsunamis for you. So, alongside me, we got the Chief Nation sensation, the man who milks my mom's titties, Eric Strawberry.
Woo woo!
Oh, baby.
Yeah, baby, we taking back that AFC West.
Okay,
Over.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, and of course, we have our fearless leader. We have the man who did a cameo in Family Guy as the abusive father at the Thanksgiving table who eats all the food before his kids, Cody Hansen.
What's going on? I'm gonna do the same shit this year.
Yeah! Oh man, we got a great lineup for what we got in store. So Eric, let's take it away. What do you got for us?
Oh man, I mean, as always, we're gonna talk some games. We're on week 14 now, so we're gonna look at this playoff picture pretty in depth. Actually, we got this nice new graphic that Madden provided us. It only took them about 2.5 months to put it in the game, and that's about the only thing they added to franchise. After they wrote a whole list of things they were planning on adding. Actually, in their defense, I haven't checked next gen Madden or franchise out.
I mean, they did
did
add a banger of a song. I cannot lie.
Did they really? I muted all the music after the first week. I just couldn't stand it.
Yeah, I muted all the songs, but there's one song. I think it's no, not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Heavyweight.
Okay.
Heavyweight. That's the song.
Who's that one by?
Let me scroll down again.
Oh God, I shouldn't have asked.
It's by Blackway.
All right. Yeah, I don't even remember. Is that a new one?
You said it's definitely
they added it.
I think they added it. I mean, it slaps. It slaps. It kind of gets me a little curious when they add new songs, but Heavyweight, I can fucking vibe with.
Yeah, well, they've been saying they were going to keep adding new songs always throughout, and I think they did 1 year kind of add some. Maybe they did last year a little bit, I don't remember. But they just never really followed through or put one song in.
You should add music that people actually know. Stop doing this fucking, we want to help musicians out. Fuck you, I want to hear popular music. Put in
Well, they used to, the Madden soundtracks used to be so good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, they've just steady gone downhill, and it wasn't always just popular songs. It the new songs they would find though were just better. And then I feel like after Madden,
actually
16 it really went down. 17 maybe.
Yeah, here's a really good discussion post for everybody. Okay, what game has the best soundtrack? Drop your comments below in the chat bar. Drop
which Madden or which
Instagram? No. What game? Any game. What game?
I'll post it on the Twitter.
Rocket League, but that's just me.
I'll post it on the
Post it on Twitter.
Just all the EDM jams, yeah.
Yeah.
PML at PML Commish. If you guys don't know, I'll post that poll on Twitter.
But
maybe not.
The Rocket League track slaps. I love that shit. Anyway, let's get first topic for the podcast. I don't know what that is.
Well, the first... Wow, you were clearly listening really well when I was explaining it.
I gotta fucking breathe after I do every intro. Takes a lot out of me.
Oh, wow. Alright, well, we can talk about some of these Week 14 games, even though we literally just advanced an hour and a half ago, about, maybe a little longer. There's at least 4 games played, it looks like. Probably a couple more going down as we speak. Chiefs walked over the Broncos 48-7. Colts and Cardinals. That was a close game.
What the fuck happened there?
the Colts have not been playing, like they've basically been tanking, as we all know, after being the Super Bowl champs last year. But they lost 37-36 though. Like
Yeah,
that's crazy.
that's awkward. That's really awkward.
Jags and Average Joe's, the Niners, played that one. Final score 45-24. Niners won. And we had. Didn't your game play? What did that just not show up, or am I tweaking?
My game?
Oh yeah, Ravens Texans. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
That one was a fucking fun one to watch. I got to watch pretty much at least from halftime. Final score was 56-51 Texans. I know we always start off with Lynch's game, so we might as well just do it again. Tell us about this crazy ass
This
game.
game, round 2, with the fucking bullshit that we were doing. Like, it was so dumb, man. Instead of 17 turnovers, we had 10 combined turnovers. So there was a lot more being forced. But, oh my god. It was literally, like, it was just fucking stupid what was happening. This man would just chuck it up. I don't know who the fuck Tyree Jax is. I know he's been mentioned in the chat. But this man has like 175 attribute points for throw power. It's like, what the fuck is this man eating? But like, oh man. Luckily, I came back in the fourth quarter like I usually do against people this year. And Justin Reed got 2 picks and now tied the season interception record for a player. So feeling frosty. But otherwise, it was a good game. I was in actually, if you look at the fucking stats, Brandon Cooks 5 catches, 232 yards. Marquise Brown 7 catches, 251 yards. It was so dumb. Oh man. And of course, my running back, he's winning every single award this year.
Every single award?
I mean, everything
Yeah, I
that he
wouldn't go
can.
that far.
Everything that he can. I mean, he's winning MVP, he's winning Rookie of the Year, he's winning Offensive Player of the Year, he's winning Best Running Back. That's really all he can win. So
I don't know if it's quite like a walk away, like you're making it out.
It's a walk away. But Ravens, I mean, I'm always going to give you kudos. I mean, that was a fun game, good player. His fucking run defense is unbelievable. Holy shit.
You still had almost 100 yards though on only 13 rushes.
If you really want to break down the rushing, I had 1 breakaway run for. Actually, if I go to my rushing stats, I had 13 rushes. My longest was 79. So I literally ran 12 times for 18 yards. I had 1 breakaway. So.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's pretty solid to hold you intact.
Yeah. So he's got a good defense. I mean, of course, he has like 3 players that are in the top 10 for Defensive Player of the Year behind Justin Reed. So I mean, he's obviously knows what he's doing. We just both suck. Like nothing else to say. Just we both suck. Fucking combine 100+ points. Next time we're gonna go for a 200+ game.
You guys can definitely put up points on offense, but yeah, the defense is where you guys might suck a little bit.
Blow.
But that was a big game in like terms of the AFC playoff picture because that was the 5th loss for the Ravens. That kept you only at 4 losses, which I mean you're leading your division right now pretty decently, right? Or is it the Titans are sitting here? Oh, they're at 4 losses also.
So technically.
Oh, we know.
Cody, eat ass, dog. Eat ass. Yeah, so if me and Titans, if we finish in a tie, I'm still winning the division because I'm undefeated in the division. So, yeah, as long as I win out, it doesn't really matter if Titans wins out. It's still my division.
Oh yeah, well you've beaten the Titans twice, so yeah, you're set. You've got the tiebreaker there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so but right now the first seed is looking like the Chiefs. Myself, just beat the Broncos 48-7. The no losses in the AFC right now. Still got a very big game coming up in 2 weeks against the Steelers, which will pretty much decide the number 1 seed in the AFC. But even before that, this Week 15 game against the Cowboys is also big because the Cowboys, who people have kind of slept on, I feel like, has slowly put together a pretty good season. I mean, he struggled a bit in the back half after his bye, but he just had a huge win against Washington, who was, I mean, time we did our last podcast, undefeated. So, I know you guys probably don't have too much to say about Dallas, just
I
because
mean,
I feel like you haven't watched any of their games. But go on, Lynch.
it's awkward for me because like if you look at his games, like it's he's definitely a sleeper. I don't believe that he's a top person yet. He could be, but when you look at
He's one of those guys that can knock off anyone, though.
yes, he has that potential. But like, what's really awkward for me is that he lost to the Chargers, he lost to the Eagles, and he lost to the Giants. But he also lost to Washington by 3 and then beat him by 7. So they're kind of like a neck and neck type thing, but he's more of like an on and off type of player. Like he could make wild card. It's possible, but I don't think actually no, I lied. I don't think he's gonna make it. He's gonna lose to you and he's gonna lose to Jake. He could probably beat Giants if he plays them again. He could probably beat Vikings, but I don't think that he's going to beat you or Jake.
Well, is Jake ungrounded now, like officially? Because we can't even count on him playing all his games.
I mean,
sure.
well, he plays week 16. If we're in week 14, he's got until Friday. Yeah, he's got till Monday to play.
His dad will probably give him the Xbox back for Thanksgiving.
Wait, what the fuck did he do? Do we know what he did?
I think it's his grades.
It's his grades. He got 1 B plus
Yeah.
and he's fucking grounded. Oh my god, what kind of,
Nah,
what kind of Chinese household is this?
He screenshotted his shit. There were a couple bad ones on there, some D's, definitely a lot of C's. I don't think there's a single A, honestly. But we don't need to talk about that. Jake,
I kind of
we just need you back,
funny.
man.
It's kind of funny.
Lynch, like, Jake was you. Or Jake is you. He just follows in your footsteps.
Oh,
I feel like you got grounded.
Well, yeah, that was when I was I think 13 or 14. I had to take like a 3-month leave of absence because my dad got really mad at me one day, and then he chucked my Xbox on the ground.
I think I remember you messaged me an Xbox Live saying, "Yeah, I got in trouble by my parents, and I don't have an Xbox anymore.
Yeah, my
Please don't boot me."
You should have kicked him right there. Would have saved us so much trouble.
My Xbox may have been absolutely totaled. But yeah, then I came back. But like, there's 2 different ways the parents are going. Like, oh, you don't have good grades. I just didn't want to listen to my dad.
What a rebel.
Yeah. That is what I teach people. You don't have to listen to who fed you all your life. Create your own passion. Obama.
Alright, let's move on to the NFC. Talk about them a little bit, other than the Cowboys, I guess. Even the NFC East is pretty impressive. I mean, I've played them this year. That was the NFC division that the AFC West faced. And so far, I'm 1-2, beat the Eagles, but lost to Washington on a heartbreaker. He got a field goal as time expired, and the Giants. That was a great game, back and forth, no defense really, and it came down to I was down 6 with 3 timeouts. He had the ball. And then the game lagged out, so I had to stop him and try to get the ball back and score a touchdown. There was about 2 minutes left. So it would have been a close one, but then when we ran it back, it wasn't the same. He ended up getting the first down, and we just called it. So he got the win. But, I mean, Giants is definitely a good competitor. Right now he's sitting at the 6th seed, so the second wild card. and he's matched up against Florida. I don't know if they played yet. By Florida, I mean the Lions. The Lions.
Lions and who?
Florida Stealth. Oh, the Giants.
Yeah, they played and the Giants won.
Oh, okay. So that'll be a little revenge game
I
for
think
the
so.
Lions, maybe.
I think so. I know they played a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It was 52-45.
But I got a message
So
complain about the Giants.
from who?
Florida.
Oh yeah, Florida did. I do remember that now. Yeah, he was talking about how Saquon was getting overused. I mean, Saquon did go off in this game, like ridiculously off. 33 for 388 on the ground and 4 touchdowns.
Oh God.
I think he had a decent amount receiving too.
The fuck?
Maybe Yeah, I told you it's not just a runaway for your boy.
Nah, it's a runaway. It's a runaway. I got this.
How many 350 plus yard games has Watts gotten?
Actually, maybe he didn't get 350. He did get 287 this past week.
Jeez, okay, that is pretty big.
Yeah, 204 on the ground and then 83 receiving.
But yeah, I mean, he did lose to the Bucks a couple weeks ago, but other than that, he has been pretty impressive. Wins against Cowboys, Lions, Chiefs, Broncos. So I would say that he can definitely make some noise in the playoffs. I don't know if he's really as good as like the Cardinals or Washington, but because of playoffs is a whole different story with those teams. They don't make the mistakes that like some people will in the regular season. Playoff football and PML is just a different breed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what do you guys think about the Giants? You think he can win some games too, or?
So you might be able to win maybe one.
I just don't know enough about the Giants. He's kind of another silent guy. But let's go look at his team. Let's go look at his schedule, huh? When did he join?
He's played this whole season, I believe. Yeah.
He played the whole season?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well.
Beat
not
Mamba week
bad.
2.
Not bad.
He's actually playing now.
So, that's awkward. How do you beat the Lions and how do you beat the Lions and Chiefs but you lose to Bob? What?
Matchups? I don't know. Like, some people just have a bad game, too. It's not like Bob's the worst player in the league.
Dude, I've been saying this for the past, day and a half. B is for buns. It's not for Bob.
What?
So are you saying Bob is buns?
Yes. Bob of buns. Bob Old Bunno.
But yeah, I mean, Giants and Cowboys played this week 14, and I'm interested to see that game. I'd like to watch the stream. And I feel like that will basically, if the Cowboys are going to get in, he's going to have to win that and probably pull off the Chiefs, beat me too, which I definitely wouldn't pull it past him of being able to do. I take no one lightly these days. What's going on with the Jags?
Wait,
Let's
Cody, you're
get a little
5-8.
Jaguars
I thought
update.
you were 1-8. What happened?
I won a couple of games, I wasn't in complete tank mode. That's for next year.
Your fans are probably pissed now because you were gonna get a good ass quarterback.
Well,
And now...
we're in the running for Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields next year.
Isn't there a couple good ones this year?
Yeah, but it
decent
seems
amount of
like
good ones?
everybody that's top pick wants a quarterback. So
Shitty.
yeah, appreciate it. I'm not wrong with Winston next year. I'll tell you that much. I'm fucking getting a different QB. I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking 40 overall quarterback. I just want a quarterback that can scramble.
Are you gonna change your offense to like a Lamar type thing, or
Yeah, I would love
do you
to.
just want
That's what
someone who can take off in the
that's what
pocket?
I usually like to play with.
I mean, like, you could make an offer for Watson,
You just told me
but
no. Every time I ask for him, you say no.
send me an offer.
All right, let me look, and I'll send you an offer.
No.
I feel like
See?
it's yeah. You just fell for that one, Cody.
I mean, if you guys want to send an offer for Watson, I'm all ears because I'm going to franchise tag him this year. It's no way I'm paying him $250 million. So
I hope you can't afford to franchise tag him, and you have to trade him or lose
I
him.
have $90 million in cap space. I can franchise tag him.
Oh yeah, you'll be okay.
I'm not trying to re-sign J.J. Watt for 2 years, $60 million, but I will try to re-sign him in the free agency.
I mean, you're probably just gonna have to. Oh, so you're gonna let him walk?
I mean, he's not going to walk freely. Like, I'm going to offer him a contract.
Well, have you been negotiating with him?
No.
Well, it might be smart to start that.
No. I tried negotiating with Deshaun Watson, gave him $224 million for 6 years. That's not enough. So, what a fag.
He knows his worth, dude.
He knows his worth.
Can't hate him on him. I hate on him for that.
He couldn't even get his X factor.
Ooh, it sounds like a coaching problem.
Ooh,
Eat shit.
he said it sounds like a coaching problem.
I don't know. He could possibly like creep up to get best quarterback of the year. Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right, so back to the NFC. We got the NFC West looking strong once again. Definitely looking like they can put 3 in the playoffs. Cardinals are leading that division right now at 11-2. The Rams are at 8-4, and the Niners are at 8-5, right behind them. Who do you think the Cardinals are probably obviously going to hold on? I would say. What about the other 2 teams? Who do you think is the better one, or like the more likely to make noise in the playoffs?
Between who again? I'm sorry.
Rams and the Niners.
I mean,
Probably
I see
not.
49ers. Yeah, 49ers Cardinals. I mean, I'm sorry, but Rams, he's decent, but when I played him, it was just not what I was expecting.
And what were you expecting?
I was expecting, like, stronger pass defense. I was expecting a way more aggressive offense. Like, let me go back to my game really quick. I beat Rams.
What week did you play them?
I beat him 24-21 with a game-winning field goal. And,
Oh, you were acting like you blew him out of the water.
I mean, what helped me was I just controlled a lot more of the clock. But, like, his pass game, it's not that good. His pass defense, pretty fucking good. But,
Well, he's got Ramsey and Donald.
Yeah.
I mean, and like he knows how to use them
yeah.
for sure.
But his run
he's also got a
defense,
good-
that's his kryptonite. Easily his kryptonite. Like, I couldn't really do much passing. Like, it was just like a lot of conservative catches to Will Fuller and also Andrew Watts. But like he has Taylor Gabriel. He's fast as fuck. But that's the only thing that he's really got going on with this team. He doesn't really have a lot. He doesn't really have huge gains. He's kind of like an overachieving average player.
I mean, fair enough. So you just don't think he's turned the corner, and like when do you think he ever will, or
I think he
like
can.
will this
I
Madden?
think he can. Like, I gave him some props earlier in the season, and I was really excited to play him. But literally, what's gonna help him in the future is if his quarterback can somehow get more accurate, and his decision process for throwing gets a lot better. Like mine, I'll be totally honest, my passing decisions are fucking dicky cheese. But like that's why I've been running the ball so much now. Like,
Dicky
yeah,
cheese.
to get my fucking X factor, my running back, so that like then my offense is basically like a powerhouse. I just need an O line. So he needs a star. He needs a star on his offense. He needs a go-to man that can kind of lead him. And I can tell you that Tyler Huntley, that's not going to be the guy to lead.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, maybe not this year. He won't be making noise, but if he did have that QB, like, do you think he's in position to actually
Yeah,
potentially come out of the
I,
NFC?
I, I think he can. I don't know if he'll be able to take over Seafield. I can see people taking over Niners. Um, Even though, oh my god, I hate playing Joe. That dude, that was the most frustrating, perfect game I've ever seen somebody play. Like it was unbearable.
Like, he just takes what you give him every time?
No, no, I don't. He's probably the first person I've ever played that had 100% completion percentage with over 15 passes. It was so hard to fucking play defense against him. It was just unfucking bearable.
So he just takes what you give him, pretty much. Like, he'll read what you do, and like he's not gonna try and force anything. He'll just take the open guy, check down to the flat if it's not there, and like
Sure,
not try
sure.
and force
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, there was only one turnover, so if I didn't throw that one pick, I could have had an over, or I could have been better at it. But somehow, I don't really know how we didn't get a perfect passer rating, going 16 for 16 for 220 yards and a touchdown. But oh well.
Yeah, probably just a little too low average, like completion yardage.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean the NFC West will be strong. I would say we would all agree that the Cardinals are probably looking like the strongest in that division, and I mean they are right now the number one seed in the or the NFC. So I mean, as usual, like they're probably the favorites. They got they won the NFC last year, and I would probably suspect them to do it again.
Hopefully,
With the Redskins, or I mean football team, losing the last two that they played, I am interested to see how they respond. I think I don't know how difficult their schedule is. I'm about to pull that up real quick. Remaining, but I think it's easier, and they'll probably win out. Oh no, I was wrong. The Bears, well, the Raiders this week, the Bears next week, the Giants, who's definitely been decent, and finishes up with the Broncos. All right, so he's got at least 4 potentially tough games.
The
And
Lions.
no, the Washington football
The
team.
Lions have a harder schedule to finish too. Did you see the last four?
I didn't pull that up actually. I want to though. Because they've only got 3 losses right now, which was still a little surprising, even though I know I talk about them like every week or every time we do this podcast. Lost to Travis in week 12, 22-9. Not a bad game from him, I would say. I'm interested to see what these stats looked like. Looked pretty close. Travis just kind of started pulling away after halftime. Oh, Lions did get a safety though. Um, But yeah, of course, Travis got the lead and then was able to get a couple turnovers, it looked like. So, what you would expect. And then he finishes out with the Bears again this week, the Niners, Seafield, and the Rams. Wow, you're right. That is definitely got to be the hardest remaining schedule, I would say. If he, I would, I think he'll win at least one of them. Probably probably the Rams, maybe also the Niners. If he wins two, like he's definitely gonna easily make the playoffs. I wonder what the Bears is looking like for the rest of his way. Because they are probably fighting for the division at this point. Bears has Lions, football team, Vikings, and Browns, so much easier schedule for him. I mean, the Bears just has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses
Oh,
compared to the Lions 3.
speaking of the Bears, I guess now's a good time of any to break the news to everybody.
Oh, I guess you're. Yeah, I know where you're going with this, but yeah,
I mean,
let the league know.
you can finish. You finish your thought of your division here.
All right, yeah. Well, just going back to the Bears, I would say I like the Lions to finish, or actually, yeah. I mean, I think the Lions will win 2 of those games, which will be 5 losses. They basically have to win. If one of those 2 games that they win is against the Bears, then they're gonna win their division and they're gonna be the 3 seed. And I think that he'll actually pull that off, even though probably I'm sure the league would be betting on the Bears. Give me the Lions in that one. He'll make the adjustments and come through. So I still think the Bears are gonna sneak into the playoffs, though. That'll be his one loss. I could see him beating the football team in Week 15, and then winning out the rest of the way to finish like 10-6. That would put him at, and probably the 6th seed. All right, but as Cody was saying, we do have a league announcement about Chicago and absolute Travis, I guess. So take it away, Commish.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty big news because I don't think anybody knows other than the admins, the commissioners. I told them a couple weeks ago. This is Travis's last season in PML. He is actually going to retire and hang it up after this season. So this will be the last season to play. He's just sick of all the bullshit that comes with playing, and
And Madden in general, like
yeah,
the combination of how Madden has gone, the style that he likes to play, and the like defending of his gameplay that he has to do. It just all has become
He just needs a smooch.
too annoying.
He just
from him.
needs a smooch. Come on.
He said that he was okay with it because he's been trying to lean towards not playing in franchises anymore, really, because then he doesn't have to dedicate his time to someone else, and he can just play Madden when he wants, really.
Oh, so not worth it anymore. Okay, I see
So-
you, Travi.
He wants to leave with his name at least somewhat intact and not be completely tarnished. So, say what you guys want, but he's definitely been a long-time owner that's been here long enough, and I appreciate everything he's brought to the league. It's hard to find owners that stick around like that for that long. I mean, I've had my up and down with him, but like he's an awesome owner to have in here. I'll definitely.
Their
I'll
NFC North
miss-
rivalry
yeah.
goes way back.
I'll definitely miss him being in here. I don't know. I mean, I know maybe fucking 25 other people won't be, but I definitely will be sad to see him go.
Yeah, no, I echo what Jag says too. Honestly, from especially earlier in the PML history, Travis was it was fun playing, like always trying to scheme up against what he was doing. And,
Yeah.
I mean, what he was bringing to the table, like great defense with the Bears, and I mean, usually a pretty run-heavy attack, but he would find ways to be creative with it too. And I mean, he would push the envelope sometimes as far as like sim went, but I mean, to me, I never really had a problem with his play style a lot of times.
That's cap.
Enough to where I would complain.
Everything you're saying is cap, okay? Travis's gameplay in fucking 2017, man. Baby bag of bullshit. Nobody believed me that he was being cheesy, but oh baby, ban after ban
That's
after
not
ban
why
after ban. It's bullshit. Nah. Travis being tarnished? Hell fucking yeah. Oh my god, that man's going down to the Hall of Shame. Walk of shame.
Nah, Travis
He's getting
is a first
bent
ballot Hall of
over
Famer.
by the fucking trannies on Family Feud.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot, more like fourth ballot. He can't even get into the fucking parking lot.
Lynch, you are not in the Hall of Fame. Like, if you hung it up now, you would be.
Yeah, you wouldn't qualify
definitely
for the
not
Hall of
making
Fame.
Not yet.
Half
Not
a
yet.
ring.
Hey man, the only oh my fucking god, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, I just said not yet. But if you hang it up right now, you would definitely not be in the PML Hall of Fame.
Well, I'm not fucking retiring. All right, I got nothing else to do besides play Madden and like go to school.
Whack off.
Hey, I could be getting head. Oh, do we want to talk about the head story?
No, we don't.
No, we don't got time.
No one wants to.
Hey, I mean, Joe has been all over it, so I mean,
No, every time you bring it up, Joe's like, I never said I wanted to hear that.
Oh man.
All right, but that will take care of the NFC North. NFC South, do we really want to talk about it? Because I don't really even know what to say. I think it's probably Mamba's division.
Yeah, he's won the last
Like,
6 out of the last 7 too, so he's on a hot streak.
The Saints is like a new person every week, so I don't know how I'm gonna keep up. But I think they do play coming up, so that could be
a pretty good game.
Which would be interesting, yeah. But yeah, that's the South. They're not getting another one in. Right now, it's looking like maybe it's pretty much the last one is going to be the last spot after. Actually, okay. You got 2 probably from the West, I would say. I don't know which 2, but I'm talking about. So 1 wild card from the West, at least. Probably 1 wild card from the North. And probably 1 from the East. So yeah, I bet there's probably just 1 from each division. It's gonna be a toss-up. There's like five teams fighting for 3 spots.
That should be a good race towards the end.
Yeah.
So.
All right, but that's the NFC. AFC. I mean, we basically went through that.
I feel like we always kind of talk about the AFC too, more so than
everyone's
NFC.
on top of it. We got. Like, Chiefs, Jets, and Steelers are probably top teams right now. Texans, they're probably the next tier. And then after that, I would say, yeah, like, Titans, Ravens, Raiders are all, like, in that third playoff tier.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I don't think, maybe the fucking Bills or Broncos can make a push due to Jake fucking being grounded, but other than that, everyone else is out.
Yeah, I mean, Ravens are in, Titans are in, and yeah, I mean, Raiders, I would say they're probably going to hold on. They deserve to, I would say, just based on, like, they've been a pretty solid team throughout. You can tell by their point differential and just they've taken losses on Sims and stuff. So I mean, he finished really well last year. What was it, 14-2 or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not that good, but he's probably a solid like 11-5 type player for the most part. So that's the playoff picture. We want to do hot or not today. I mean, I guess we did kind of go through a bunch of teams.
Yeah, I mean,
say it.
That is true. We go through a bunch of teams.
I guess, well, how about we all do a not or something if we want to just rip on someone? Or, I feel like we talked about all the good teams.
I mean, I don't know.
Or we can just be nice.
Yeah,
all right,
we'll
nah, it's
just be nice.
Thanksgiving.
We'll just be nice. We'll just be nice.
Nice?
All right, Lynch.
It's not in my dictionary.
I'm going to give you one opportunity to just rip one team, however bad you want.
One team. All right. Let's go into let's go to the standings. Let's see if anybody pops out. Like I State, hot team. I mean, Panda. Like, but who's not hot? That's the real question. Ooh. It's weird because like there's no really like standout people It's honestly awkward.
So you're just gonna be nice
Would you
too?
say it's just honestly awkward?
Lynch is gonna be nice, dude.
I mean, it's kind of awkward. Actually, no. Let me rip up my old fan favorite Seattle really quick. This man. So I played him, fucking scraped him, and this guy, he's not even that bad. He's just throwing retarded fucking throws. He fucking fixes his mistakes. He can easily make playoffs. Easily, but he chooses not to. He wants to suck off DK Metcalf, 6'5" BBC, instead of actually playing the game to win. It's literally a fucking abomination. It's an Obamamation, lol. And fucking Russell Wilson, he's on his deathbed in season 2. So fucking do something, kid. Do something. Kudus, fuck you. Nas, you're a fucking joke. Who else? Bengals, great job, man. You're so much better with the force wins. Bob, fucking joke. Packers, I don't know, win a fucking overtime game or something.
I said one team. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got anything else, Cody, you want to talk about?
No, I mean, weigh in on your input on competitive to sim. I mean, it doesn't seem like many people really want to change, so I mean, it's perfectly fine. It was just throwing it out there.
I mean, like, I don't even
for
know
those
what
of
the
you who
difference
don't
is.
know the difference, perfect. Basically, competitive is what all like online games, all like competitive tournaments, like Madden challenges, all that stuff. That's what that's played on. It's like more based on like user skill and stuff. You're not gonna have as many random things that happen. While sim is like basically the opposite of that. It's more based on like team ratings are like more real life. Like if you have a blocker who's got like 90 and they have a guy a block shedding of like 85, your guy's gonna win more times than his guy, obviously, and things like that. But it is more random in terms of things like fumbles and like catching picks and stuff. Like you're more likely to drop a perfectly timed pick in sim than you are in competitive. So yeah, I mean those are the differences. I'm fine with either, honestly. Like they both have their advantages and disadvantages. To me, I mean, I like playing on competitive because it's easier to like try stuff, honestly. Like as far as playing online games and it translating into the league, but that's also how to kind of keep cheese down too. So, I would probably vote for keeping it sim, but that's just me.
Whatever is an ultimate team, like, I will fucking play it. I just don't want, like, an ultimate team type of game. Fuck it. So, yeah, let's just keep it the same. Put hashtag Lynch is right in the chat. And, yeah.
Wow, you really kept the energy up all day, huh, Lynch?
Dude, I've had a
I feel like
long...
you're just petering out.
I have had a long fucking day. Whew. But...
When do you start vacation?
Start vacation? There is no vacation, dude. Literally,
You don't get Thanksgiving off?
I get Thanksgiving. Well, okay, I get Thanksgiving off, but then fucking after Thanksgiving, then it's just straight into work mode. I'm literally just doing.
You don't have Friday or like that weekend off at all?
My busiest days of the week is now Friday through Tuesday.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not cool, but it's kind of where I get the most work done. So, yeah.
Hey, whatever keeps you going, Lynch.
True.
Gotta get that bread.
Bread,
Get
baby.
that cheddar.
But on that note, I can finish it off. Thank you for joining in for another PML podcast. We'll probably catch you again either in Week 17 or the wild cards to kind of do some predictions, that type of stuff, go over some awards.
Ooh.
But thank you for tuning in. This is TCC Lynch signing off alongside me, Eric Strawberry, the beautiful sensation, and the abusive father, Cody Hansen. Thank you.
Wait. Before I go and beat my kids with my belt, one more thing. Do you think next season we will use a custom draft class for rookies?
All right.
Just so you guys are aware, so you don't trade away your draft picks and bitch about it or whatnot.
You're saying next season?
My first round is on the block.
So
Yeah.
the season 3 draft.
Yep.
So,
Alright,
is the Clemson
cool.
quarterback, I don't even know his name, going to be in it?
Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields.
Yes,
yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh,
He has better hair than me.
he does have better hair than you. I'm sorry to announce.
I mean, I have no shame in saying it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I already signed it off, so stay frosty, don't beat your kids,
Hey.
and enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, PML.